Hello, welcome to a new video. I'm sorry for disappearing before. I was planning to be more consistent with the videos, but then um, I was a bit burned out. Not making videos, but I have been going through a phase in my life where I'm extremely burnt out, and like I was watching Duchess's recent video where she was talking about how you cannot create when you're exhausted, and I definitely felt that this time. Um, I think I was aware of it in a way because like uh, that's why I wasn't drawing too much in the last few years because I would go into a phase of complete burnout, and then the rest of the time was spent in coming out of the burnout. And now it's I recover quickly, but for this one seems to be a bit more of an extreme burnout because it's been going on for a while. So when I restarted this channel, I actually promised myself that if it ever came to a point where I had to pick between drawing the art and making the content for the channel, I would pick drawing first. So for June, that's what I did. I think in my last video, I probably mentioned something about uh, drawing only animal characters or mascot characters uh, in June, to honor the spirit of Kaijun, basically. But I don't think I did Kaijun art challenge, but I did deviate from my regular heads and heads. I used to draw a lot of heads and eyes, so I deviated from that quite a bit in June. Another thing I wanted to become good at during June was the use of markers. So that's also something I did. So today I'm going to walk you through whatever I've drawn in June, and I also will be walking you through, and at the end we'll be finishing my final illustration for to wrap up this challenge. Okay, so sit tight and walk through with me. This is my art marker book, marker sketchbook. I got this from Kmart. I got it in April, and then I drew this. This was the design, trying to figure out a design and colors for one of the characters in my pep comic. Um, I do think I need to work on the dresses because she's supposed to be a princess, so this cannot work. But um, this is me trying to start drawing mascot characters. I think this is where I was like really starting to get into it. I feel like this one's so cute. I drew this first. I don't think this turned out really well, but this one was so cute, and this I drew somewhere in the middle of May. This is Robin. I don't know if you can make it. And this is a chicken. I don't know from which webcomic it was, but this chicken is now my phone wallpaper. So this chicken, and this is probably a character in my webcomic, I'm hoping. I'm trying to figure out the design, but I want to draw a canary. Oh, this is the first day of the challenge. I'll just make it this way. So this is Bartolos from HSR, the Honkai Star Rail. And I drew him right after the secret was revealed in the last Trail Placed mission. Um, I really enjoyed this. I think this was the first time I was seriously working with the markers. So I was trying to figure out what was working, what was not. And I realized Bartholos had such a complex shading on him, and it was really hard to get it right. Something with markers that I find is that you need to have the colors that you want to use, and they don't blend well easily. For context, I'm using acrylic markers here, the Artix acrylic markers, and I have very pastel markers. I wasn't very those were my first marker set, so I bought some very pastel shades. I don't really like pastel shades that much, but I'm growing into them the more I use. So this one I feel like I didn't have the right shades, but I tried to make up the colors with what I had, and I tried to finish this. I think it's really good. I really loved it how it turned out, but there are always things better. The second thing was like Kakuku. Uh, this was so cute. I think like I drew Kakuku one when I was like working, doing the event mission with Wrightsley and Kinich in Fontaine. I love that event. I love those resource management type of events. So I really liked it, and I loved how Ororon and Aoife were fighting over Kakuku. And I did have a fun illustration idea for Aoife and Kakuku and Ororon, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Things might be outdated. Now, this is where I think I started loving the pastel colors, because for little Ika, it was so perfect. All the pastel colors I had. And this was also the time when I started using the colored fine line pens. I bought them a while ago, and I started using colored outlines to make things pop a little bit better. Actually, for things to blend a little bit better, I guess. So this was so cute. I really love it. I actually pulled for Hyacinth. And I mean, honestly, during the Trailblaze mission, I thought that little Ika would die. So I was like so depressed. but thankfully, that did not happen. Just Hyacinth. It was, I'm happy that little Ika didn't die or sacrifice themselves for Hyacinth. So this was fun. Then I had to draw Klee's Todoko bomb, I guess. It's a tribute to Klee. In a way, I think it was around her birthday, I think. And this is where I learned my first marker trick, which was like when we are using acrylic markers, have to layer them multiple times to achieve a smoother visual. Otherwise, it would look like my Bartolo's image where it's like very patchy. But if I layered it multiple times, it looked very smooth, as if it was a digital painting. It has more texture than that. Then it was time to draw Charmander. I know the prompts are very all over the place because I kept moving, and I mean it's gonna get wilder from here. So I drew Charmander, but then it didn't turn out really well. I think for Charmander, what I did was I kind of put the colors first and then did the line art, and I wasn't really happy with how it turned out. I feel like all this is a bit wonky, but I did want to draw Charmander just so. It's for my sister. My sister actually likes Charizard, so I was planning to draw Charmander and then Charizard for her, but then I never really got around to Charmander. Then the next one is my roommate. So this is a plushie I have. Actually, let me get him. Okay, so this is my roommate. And I think I didn't have the colors that I needed for him. He's like very lavenderish, and I did have a lavender color, but I didn't have a color which was slightly darker than that to show that difference in color. So I just went with a darker purple or violet. So I'm tired. So I don't really like it, and this is where I feel like I need to have more markers with colors. But then again, like, I don't want to buy too many markers because my life's always on the move, so I don't want to like have a lot of things. I mean, I don't think I think I actually have a lot of colors already. Like I own another batch of water-based markers from Ohuhu, and I don't use them enough, so they never get finished. Like, so I have all these markers, but they're not easy to carry around, and they never get finished. Um, so that's that, I guess. I might actually have used the water-based markers for these two, because I felt like I didn't have enough colors, enough range in my Artex markers. So I think I used water-based markers for these, but still I couldn't really find Artex markers. So I decided, I actually took a 2-day break. I was like with some friends over the weekend, so I didn't get to draw much during that time. And then on the 9th of June, I got back and I decided to draw some Fontanian animals. This is one of the birds. I don't remember the bird's name, but this was a cute bird. I tried to draw the stone, and I tried to find a pattern, like match the colors. And this was when I was mixing both the acrylic markers and the water-based markers. I think I still have a long way to go, but it was fun. Yeah, as I said, I've mixed up a lot of things. I was too tired by then, and I didn't feel like I would be able to keep up finishing mascot illustrations, animal illustrations. So and I recently went to Daiso and I bought some sticker packs. So I started drawing off the sticker packs. I don't know if I don't know where I put the stickers, but so this was one of the drinks on one of the stickers. I tried to replicate it as much as I can. I think this turned out to be very sharp. If this could have been a smoother transition, it would have been good, but I really loved this. I got a little bit better and I started mixing acrylics and watermarkers again here. I don't like this gradation. I hope I can find a way to make the gradation smoother. This is another sticker. This one was really beautiful. I really loved it. Again, I mixed in colors. I think this was mostly the water-based markers. Here I started testing out the colors and see if they were matching first before I started applying it on the main design, and I think that really helped. This is another fox from the sticker packs, and this was a little bit like color test that I was doing. This is another squirrel from the test, and this was fun. And then we are back to drawing our characters from Genshin. This is our Hilicho. I think I don't have all the perfect colors for him. The shades are slightly varied, but it was still good. I think I enjoyed coming up with this colors. Again, none of these ideas are original. I copied the poses from references as is, but and I tried to color match based on what I thought I saw and what I had in my arsenal. Now to the final drawing, which is a Mitacho. I actually drew this on the same day, I think 16th of June, but I was like so busy. For context, I was like trying to make some progress on the webcomic because I didn't want to feel like I've abandoned it. And yeah, it did feel like I abandoned it. So because I haven't posted an update for so long, but you know, updates are coming. I drew 4 pages of the webcomic and then I colored them this time. actually put down colors, and then I realized I don't really have my colors figured out for my characters, so might have to work on some reference sheets, and then uh, finalize the colors or pick some color scheme that I can use for the webcomic. I think all of those would make my life easier, but let's see. But those are coming. I have a couple of webcomic videos planned. I don't know when I'm gonna shoot for them, but once they are done, I think you'll be able to see them more consistently. I think I have at least 5 videos planned, but I just don't have the energy to get to them. I hope you can understand. And let's color the sky. I think I need my water-based markers too, so let me get that. Okay. So see, there are already so much of art stuff I have, and I don't even have a few things. I still have my gouache paints, and I have my watercolor paints, and I also have acrylic paints. So I just want to say to people, be mindful. It's good when you're exploring things, but art supplies can add up, especially for a hobbyist who doesn't really use them as much. Okay, so I'm looking at the reference pictures from the Hoyo wiki, and I'm going to see this one. I think this one seems fine. I want a lighter one. I actually haven't figured out how these would work. It's just that the water-based markers, I don't know, I feel like I can't really blend the markers quite well. I love the range. I'm trying to figure out, okay, I just go over it again and again. Okay. I love discovery of things. So when something new comes up, I really love it. And if it has to be good as well. Then we have a gradation going on here. So I'm just gonna draw this, and it is going to gradually transition. I hope I can capture that transition from the reference picture into a more reddish orange. Do I have a reddish orange? I do have a reddish orange. I think I'm happy that I have my water-based markers, because it's just that, like, it's just I like to have a range of colors at hand. That's what I miss about watercolors, because I can, or acrylics, because I can mix and match. I'm not good at either of them though. Let's go for a darker orange. I think it works. Same. And this is something that happens sometimes, where different markers look the same, and but when you are color mixing, I think that's fun too. Color mixing is fun too. I think rather than mixing with the darker color, it's always better to mix with the lighter color. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. I feel like I want to take some art classes for traditional art, but they are so expensive most of the time. And oh wait, I need the color back. Oh no, not this one. did I go? Is it this one? Oh, okay. So it is so expensive, and if I wanted to learn all the mediums like art markers or something else, it's a bit harder to learn them, because I just have to, but it's not impossible, I guess. You just need to rely on intuition and build on it, test things out a little bit. I want a reddish brown, but I don't have a reddish brown. Do I have it in my markers? No, I don't have it. What do I do? Maybe I'll use a red layer first. Yeah, that sounds good. So as I was saying, I want to learn more of the traditional media. Actually miss shooting traditional videos. Okay, still okay. Sometimes I'm worried that I didn't press record. Okay, so I miss shooting traditional videos, but these days I feel like I'm never home on weekends, or like if I'm home I'm just sleeping through the daylight, so I don't have a good lighting when I want to record traditional videos. It hurts. Okay, so this one is, again, we are going to add this red here, and okay, sorry. Okay, and then I need to add it over here. So the only thing, because I can't take classes, would be that I need to take no, I think I want it a bit more reddish, so I'm gonna go with no, I don't like this either. You need to do a lot of trial and experimentation to figure out the right the bunker. To figure out the right colors. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right colors right now. I think this one's too warm. I want something a bit more colder. Maybe something a little bit more darker. It's still warm. Red is very warm color, I guess. We'll get back to it. So you just gotta do it. You just gotta experiment more and figure out what works. That's how I think I discovered how the markers work, because something I found it really hard was like marker tutorials. I do find tutorials for alcohol markers, but I don't really find tutorials on artist markers, on how to use the markers. So it's just I'm a bit sad about that. Please, people who know more about markers, please make more tutorials on them. I'd like to learn. This is it's actually warm color. I thought it was cold color. No wonder this is very warm. Oh no. Oh, messed up. Okay, can't do much. That's the thing with traditional art, I guess. Even if you make mistakes, you can't do much about it. So I'm going to do this. I'm using an acrylic marker right now. I have become. I actually went to one class on acrylic marker. Sorry, not markers, but acrylic paints. I went to an acrylic painting class. It was so fun. It was really loved it. It was a bit expensive for me, but it was really good, and I enjoyed it. I drew with some other artists. Like I learned from professional artists, and I think if you were on my Instagram, I think I posted it around September, October last year. It was very soothing and very. It felt like it was an environment where I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I learned a lot about acrylic colors that day. And actually, shoot, maybe I have that page. Oh, I think I put up a picture. That's also kind of my face reveal picture on Instagram, I guess. I've never really shown my face otherwise. Okay, this is something like, I feel like it's a logo of Google Maps. And then this one here, the markings, face markings. And then this one here, and then you have something like eyebrows here. Okay, where else? I think these sorry, the bandages over here are also, and I think like if you have been playing Genshin for a while, you probably know what happened to the Hilichuls and Metachuls. And I find it quite sad part of the story. I'm like, before I knew that, I wouldn't think twice about, like, because farming for materials. But ever since I learned more about the lore, I can't really farm them as well. And it's also hard to farm materials in Fontaine or in like Natlan, because like the animals are so cute. They're so adorable. Okay, so that's that. I feel like this one probably would also be the same color as the reference picture. I do think I did fall in love with acrylic markers more. I don't know, is it because I use them more, or they're a bit more easier to figure out for me? But I need to learn a lot more about the water-based markers. Probably I should use some water to blend them well, and that's when I'll truly unlock their potential. That's my suspicion. I'm hungry. this. I don't know when I'll finish this. Okay. Now I need a bunch of grays. Oh no. I need to map colors. I don't have enough colors. So there is. I'll add this way. I need a bunch of grays now. I don't have a bunch of grays. This one, black. This one's not going to suit the mood. Everything's warm here. So, this one. No, that will be too cold. Okay, I'll try this too. This one's too light for the mood. This one is, I think this one's okay, but it doesn't really fit the vibe. I love that though. I love the color. Okay, this one's good. This one's good to go. And this one's black. It's pretty black. It's the one I use for the hilichurl. This is the black I use for the hilichurl. So I think I'm going to do most of it using this color. Something I think I need to learn while coloring is how the atmosphere is going to affect the colors, and try to put them down. For example, this hilichurl here, so this DuchessCelestia here is in a very warm environment in the picture, and I don't think my colors are doing the justice that needs to be done. But it's gonna come with time, I guess. I know a lot of artists spend years perfecting, learning how to use colors, and that's why when we see pictures online right now, you actually find that they are very pretty and inspiring. Okay, remind me to color these in the end. I need to add colors for the markings. Okay, and this one. All right. It's actually not bad color. When I was actually sketching the imitature, I was like, oh, these guys are so buff. They are like so triangular. I don't think I've done the justice here for them either, which is sad. I hope I can become better. But again, talking about environments, because I'm not going to color the environment here, probably all these colors would be looking out of place in a white background. So that's another thing to remember. So if I knew better, I probably would have like adjusted all the colors so that they look good on a white page. And sometimes I find it better to have like the strokes in the direction of the muscle or the form. I think it helps convey, and the strokes, it also helps that the strokes don't feel out of place. I'm so cold. It's been winters in Sydney, and it's just like extremely like I am catching cold every day these days. I don't even think I want to adjust this a little bit. Try to make it more triangular. Try to make it more triangular. I don't know if you guys are going to be getting the full probably I don't know if you're going to hear the full version or it's going to be like cut. Oh, this is something again that happens. You see, the marker ink, it got on my fingers. It's hard to wash off. If there was something I would like to learn, it's like how do you get a uniform color when using markers. I don't think I can achieve it. There's just too much texture going on, or maybe it's just that there were always was texture, but I never knew it because I always thought the marker illustrations looked perfect on camera. Okay, so now we need a darker gray. Let's go with this. This still seems to be a cool gray. Yeah, it's a cool gray. I don't have warmer grays here. That's the caveat with markers. It feels like you need to have enough colors to actually finish that illustration. And before, I used to think that markers would run out quickly, so there's no point in buying them. But I realized after having the markers that it only happens when you draw too much, and if you're not drawing too much, then probably your colors won't run out. Maybe they'll dry out. I don't know. I've not had that happen yet. Okay. I know I apologize for the colors, but I don't have enough colors in my arsenal right now. So when I'm coloring black, usually I try to leave out some lines in between. I don't think I've done that here yet, but I try to do something like this basically, just to have a white line to distinguish between strands next to each other. Okay. This is fun. Okay, now I need to get black in other similar tone areas too, so that it doesn't look funny, which means it's going to be the hands, the belt, then all that. Okay. This is where again I leave some space for indication of the form. Okay, again back position. Oh, this one looks bad. What else? I think I have it. I've done that. Now I need a lighter, warmer gray for the fur. So I think I'm gonna go with warm gray 4. It's too light, but that's okay. Okay. Actually like this warm gray 4. I don't think you can see this. I feel like I'm missing something. This one. Okay. This one's a different color. I guess I'm gonna go with this. I don't have enough grays. So now this fur is interacting with this part here, and this is also supposed to be a different gray, so I'm going to use the gray I used here to indicate a difference. This is warm gray 0.05. I think something that I picked up after I came to Australia was like calling 0O. I just find it really fancy. I love it. Okay, now the mascara. Let me choose the color for mascara. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, let's go with this. Wait, this was the color that was, I needed to put this on the horns. Oh, I discovered it a bit late. Okay. Okay, so now almost everything's done. What I'll do now is I'm gonna prettify it. This one. Let me reset and take everything that I don't need off the table. I don't need the markers anymore, I think. Oh. And bring in the fine liners. I'll go with this orange, red. What else is there? And gray. Since it's gray, I'm just going to use the black. So now what lining does, I feel like, is like it adds a bit of structure to my messy drawing and makes it a little bit more cleaner than it looks like. I'm planning to go to LEO soon, so I want to finish this and head there. Honestly, I don't know how much of it is in the frame, to be honest. Okay. sorry, let that show. I'm gonna leave the rest of it as is. Maybe like that. Yeah, the last one is this. Okay. Now I'm gonna use the red fine liner, because I messed up on the colors here. Oh, it's actually not dark. Okay. I used black. Okay. See, things have started becoming clearer. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize this. The arm looks disjointed. Okay, I'm gonna fix the arm. I can't let him be like that. This is something interesting I found out. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't really think it would matter that much. But when you put in, like, fill in the colors, you actually start seeing the issue. Like, initially, when I was sketching the drawing, I didn't realize that this arm was disconnected from the body. But now that I put down the colors in and tried to fill in and make logical connections about it, I realized that no, that's way off. It's like floating in the air, off. That's a thing to learn. And I think I'm gonna call it done at this point. Oh wait, let me add a few more. I'm really hungry right now. My stomach's growling. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, that's done. Okay, I hope everything was in the frame. I'm gonna make it like it's gonna be fine. It was a fun challenge, something different out of my comfort zone, and drawing in color after so long. I had my very interesting moments, my most favorite ones, and my most complex ones. But overall, it was a fun challenge, and I can't wait to finish the sketchbook again. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is, but it's definitely going to be there. Bye!